guys, it's Ed Mack here. Look how swollen my eyes are. They're so bad. And it's from because I had COVID like a couple of weeks ago, and the COVID, it was like a cold, but it's got it settled in my head now, and I'm free of COVID. My lungs are better and stuff like that, but I got some this pressure in my eyes still. As you can see, it's just, they're swollen. Anyways, I had something on my mind that I wanted to tell you, and it's important. And I thank you for all your new subscribers because of, I think me and you, we're Americans, and some of you might be from another country or whatever, but when they say we're all in this together with the COVID thing, we're all in this together for freedom, okay? That's the bottom line. And I think that by me opening up this channel, and as we go, we're going to come up with a solution to be able to save our republic and keep our freedoms and liberties, because they don't want us to come together with one mind, because they're one mind, all right? And I look at it this way. My mom was calling me. We need to be on the same page, and we need to rid ourselves of hatred and anger towards one another. When communists take over a country, they usually start within, and they start riots and fights and stuff like that. And as you know, that BLM, Black Lives Matter, is a Marxist group. They admit to it. So Marxism is communism, you guys. So they're admitting that they're trained Marxists, okay? And if you look at the affiliation of Black Lives Matter and like Act Blue and all that, from that crazy viral video that I did, it's like 2.2 million hits or views that I got on it. Nothing makes sense with them. Meaning that when you have one Black Lives Matter who's a white man walk up to a black officer and say, your nose is big, you darn Nigger, that just shows you it's not about racism, you guys. It's about destroying the very fabric of our nation by removing our history, rewriting our history. And once you start removing our statues and our history, then you do not know where you started from. See, we started from a slave, racist country, and then we progressed. And when Barack Obama came into power, he pit us and divided us against one another. You could believe that or not, I know all about Barack Obama, as my company was involved with Fast and Furious that was running guns to drug cartels. And me and a couple other dealers and manufacturers know all about it. And they were running our guns, and the mainstream media, as we know, lies. And the mainstream media was saying it's because of us. We need to enact gun legislation to get rid of black guns, right? They have a narrative. And if you look at their narrative, this whole COVID thing and the mask, everything, this is our new normal. Look it up. I'm going to show you a video. Every single one of these liberal communist networks, CNN, ABC, MSN, our new normal. Our new normal. They all say it. And that is a psychological seed that they plant in your head, that will be the new normal until they come up with the solution, which is a vaccine. And that vaccine is not good, you guys. Anything that they force upon you, tell you you cannot have freedom without taking their vaccine, is evil. Period. Now I want to say this, and give me 1 second. Mayors in metropolitan cities are with groups of people, and they're throwing, stuff, rocks, whatever. They're meeting together in large groups, but yet our mayors and governors are telling us that we can't gather together at the beach and stuff, and we cannot go to church. Let me explain something to you with communism. They have to remove God from the equation. You could see it in China right now that they're putting people on trains, right? They're stopping them from worshiping God, because communism, in order to be able to put its roots in a nation, it has to remove God from the equation, because that's where you get your strength. That's where you get your guidance from God. Even if you don't believe in God or not, communism will remove God because they want to be God themselves. Your sustenance, your life, your everything will come from government and communism. And that is what's going on right now. So as of right now, we are allowed to rebel against this government that they don't allow us to go to church and worship. We can rebel against them, and we cannot listen. We don't have to listen to them. And we can go into our place of worship, and we can worship God, read our Bible, and come together. Because we have a right to, okay? There's no laws. See, the Constitution is what it is. They cannot change it. It's not up for debate. Right now, the National Defense Authorization Act just passed the House, and it's going into the Senate. And what they're going to be able to do is, and you can see what they're doing, this is what communism is doing, you guys. Communism is in our politicians right now. There's many of them that are communist. That they can come to your house. They just, look it up. They can come to your house in the middle of the night and take your guns and arrest you and detain you indefinitely without due process. You have no due process. Now, they can't pass laws to be able to come against due process. Don't you understand that? That is a foundation. That is a rooted thing. Just like, this is my house, and here's our foundation. You can't change the foundation. You might be able to add on to it, but you can't remove the foundation. The foundation is you have a right to worship. You have a right to bear arms. You have a right to freedom of speech. You have a right to due process, okay? We have these rights. You could expound upon them, but you cannot remove them, okay? And they are trying to remove them from us. You guys, stick with me. I have many, many things that I have to talk about. And we together are going to find solutions together, all right? And I do believe, and I'm nobody, you guys. I'm just a 12-year-old dropout from school. But I am an American, and I do love my country. And I love every person in this country, even if they hate me or not. But we're going to do this together. Remember that name, Ed Mack.